You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for our Black and White Sports. Well, believe it or not, COVID in major sporting organizations and sports leagues is still a thing. And by still a thing, I mean ridiculous, insane, overly protective. We're losing our mind. COVID testing policies are returning from COVID if you happen to get the damn thing. Well, enter Chris Bassitt, the Mets pitcher, and he is pissed. He's royally pissed. I don't blame him. He wants to, pitch. And who could blame him for wanting to actually do his job? That's pretty American, actually. That's good old American traditional values, if you ask me. Let's get to this because he is destroying Rob Manfred in Major League Baseball. This is Outkick. Mets right-hander Chris Bassitt isn't scheduled to take the mound until this evening, but that didn't stop the pitcher from throwing heat on Thursday, returning to the club after a stint on the IL because he tested positive for COVID. Parentheses, I guess that's still a thing. Bassitt torched Major League Baseball for continuing to test players and hinted that he'd likely hide his results if he had to go through the same charade again. Wow. Good job. Quote, "It's ridiculous we're still doing it." Bassitt said of Major League Baseball COVID protocols via SNY. Stop testing it. Stop acting like COVID is far worse than a lot of other things. I'm not trying to get too much into it, but I was never sick. I never had a symptom. So sitting out for 2 weeks or a week for zero symptoms is, I don't know. And I think here in Texas, if you test positive for it right now, it is 5 days you're supposed to quarantine.
Worked out, ran, everything.
You feel like you're at a normal workload for tomorrow, or is there any?
I hope. I don't know.
You feel fresher, like your arm, from taking the time off?
I never felt worn down, so yeah, I feel normal.
You said it's ridiculous to slow down. What do you kind of feel like the solution is at this point?
Stop testing it. Stop acting like COVID is far worse than a lot of other things. I mean, I'm not trying to get too much into it, but I was never sick. Never had a symptom. So sitting out for 2 weeks or possibly a week for zero symptoms, I don't know. And I mean, now they're coming out and saying we possibly could get tested. I mean, possibly come up positive multiple times in, like, say, a month. So we got to miss multiple times.
Oh.
I guess the answer is I should never have said anything.
Oh, see, there we go. You're going to have players do this. He said, you know what? And that's the thing. I'm hearing you can actually pop again like 2 weeks later or like 3 weeks later now off, I guess. Hell, I don't even know what variant we're on now. I don't even give a shit what variant we're on right now. The 33-year-old pitcher felt sluggish after a late June start and begrudgingly tested himself as a way to abide by team and Major League Baseball protocols. Quote, "I tested myself and it was positive, so basically I had the choice to tell them so I could kind of protect my teammates or not say anything and put my teammates at risk a little bit," Bassitt told SNY. "But I mean, I never had a symptom. I woke up fine, the next day fine. I hadn't had a symptom since. So I don't know if I made the right decision of saying something or not. I don't know. Cue the mass brigade." Bassitt, who was acquired by New York in the offseason, sports a 6-5 record, took it a step further, contemplating the idea of keeping quiet after future tests, no doubt sending the Fauci freaks into a tizzy. Oh, the wokes are going to come after his ass, I assure you. Now they're coming out and saying we possibly could get tested. We could possibly come back positive multiple times in a month. So we got to miss multiple times. I guess the answer is I should have never said anything. New York has generally used Bassitt as a third pitcher in the starting rotation, but they may want to rethink that. He proved Thursday that he has ace material. Well, I mean, look, I think the big thing in this, it's Bassitt knows he's not high risk. he knows he doesn't fall into the elderly category. He probably doesn't have diabetes, and he's obviously not overweight. We're talking about these world-class athletes here that are in fantastic conditioning. He's young. And look, the only reason he knew he had it is because, boom, he took a test. He got that shit and it bounced right off of him, for crying out loud. And he's pissed because, it's a thing I'm hearing now that you can actually test positive, test negative, and then like a week later test positive again, and then test negative again. I mean, it's like a nightmare. It's like a never-ending nightmare. You don't know what to do. And I'm interested to see, and you'll know because we'll do a follow-up video. I'm interested to see if Rob Manfred actually punishes Chris Bassitt for saying this. Or if they fine him, or if the team, the Mets, fine him. If they do, it's going to be utterly ridiculous. And I promise you, we are going to tear Major League Baseball a new asshole if they actually do this, because he just speaking his actual feelings on the issue, an issue I bet secretly 90% of his teammates completely agree with. I bet you he gets fined. He might even get suspended, knowing Rob Manfred and how and where his politics aligns. Because I'm sure Rob Manfred is all about giving Anthony Fauci the fucking reach around, for crying out loud. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.